Alright, guys, it is August the 17th, I believe. Got about 2.5 weeks before my season kicks off in Kentucky. We're going to be going up doing a little bit of public land hunting where Corey killed that real good deer a couple years ago. Got out this evening, been shooting the bow a little bit and just trying to get ready. Pretty excited about it, I ain't gonna lie. It's the most excited about deer season I've been in a long time. So should be a good year, hoping to have a little bit of luck and put some deer on the ground. Y'all hang with me and I'll see you guys in Kentucky. Well, it is September 6th. I am headed to Kentucky this evening just as fast as I can get there. It's already 2 o'clock and we're supposed to be leaving no later than 3:30. So I got an hour and a half and I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I have got all kinds of stuff that I've got to do to get ready. Everything is already laid out and ready to be packed up. We just got to put everything over in the camper. I've got to run to town, go to the bank, get a couple groceries. It's going to be a miracle if we meet our 3:30 deadline. Lauren gets off about 3:15. She should be on the way home. My mother is going to pick up my little boy, so we're going to be in a mad dash, but we are going to be Kentucky bound here pretty darn shortly, so we'll just have to see how this plays out. All right, guys, it is finally here. September 7th, opening day in Kentucky, and I am headed out to see if I can't get in the woods and get on some deer. I'm super excited to be back hunting this morning. Stayed in the camper last night, got to the campground. It's a little after 9 o'clock. Took us a while to get set up and didn't sleep all that great, but hey, that's all part of it. And I'm here this morning and headed to the woods, so should be a good morning. Hoping for a good day. Had about a 40-degree temperature drop last night, so that storm pushed through yesterday and moved through. It was a nice little cold front, so hopefully it's gonna pan out good. We'll get into some action this morning, and I'll see you guys in the woods. Alright, guys, I made it out here to the spot that I'm wanting to hunt, and it looks really good. I've got a big opening right here behind me, kind of like a little field, and there's just some like CRP. It's growed up real bad, and then I have a funnel dropping down into this ridge, and you can see this little drainage right here behind me, and this little drainage runs through this bottom, and there's several white oaks right here that 2 years ago were dropping acorns pretty good, and I can already hear acorns falling this morning, so I'm hoping this is going to be a pretty good spot. We had a good little walk back in here. It's about a mile or so deep, but I have everything set up, everything in the tree, and hopefully some deer will meander through here before the morning's over with and I'll get a shot. It's a little after 8 o'clock. My wind has shifted and everything's kind of carrying down this draw now, and I've been dropping milkweed, and I'm not too crazy about the wind right now. It was blowing off my left shoulder back up the ridge right here, which is what I wanted it to do. Now it's running right down this draw, which is where I'm expecting these deer to come from. So I'm gonna probably pack up, climb down, do a little bit of walking around, scouting, and just kind of see if I can't find some fresh sign. I just came in here because I have some history with this spot, but if a deer ain't here, the deer ain't here. So it's hard to say without getting on the ground and actually doing a little bit of scouting this morning. So. Alright, well, I'm down here on the ground doing a little bit of scouting. I ain't real sure. I was hoping these white oaks had some acorns on them. These were producing a couple years ago, so I was hoping that maybe they'd be producing again this time, but it don't look like they are. And there are some acorns on the ground. There's a massive white oak right here. It's kind of hard to say. We got standing corn in the crop fields about 200 yards from it right here. I do feel like they'll be in here eating acorns, but I'm not so sure but what this ain't some of last year's crop. It seems a little early for brown acorns, and I'm not seeing any green acorns, and I've glassed up in this tree with my binoculars, and I can't see any acorns on the tree. So also I'm not finding any fresh deer sign. It's gonna be hard since it's so dry, but don't know. Alright, I walked all over that other area that I was wanting to hunt and didn't find nearly about the sign that I wanted to find. But I've come down to another spot that I ain't never been to, found it on the map. The big thing right now is it's been a drought, and I was trying to find water, and it looked like a wet creek that was down here in this bottom on the backside of a big cornfield. And I was driving down the road and crossed this little spot where water's coming out of the hill. Looks like a spring-fed little creek right here, and it's got water running in it. So it's running along the backside of this big cornfield. So I'm just gonna get out here and check this out and see if maybe I can't find some fresh deer sign. I didn't find anything fresh over on the other side, and one of my favorite things to find is deer poop, because it don't matter how dry it's been outside, and you know, tracks are hard to tell how old they are, but if you find fresh deer poop, you know that deer was in there recently. So I just hadn't found the sign that I've been looking for, but I'm out here in this spot, so hopefully it's gonna shake out a little bit different for me. Alright guys, I'm back out for the evening hunt, and this is not what I thought it would be. I did find another good spot that I thought was going to be where I was going to set up this evening, and I got there this afternoon, and I think I passed like 9 other trucks. So I turned around and came back to this spot I just picked on the map. I've never been here before. Have no idea what it looks like. I just know that I am walking straight up the side of a mountain. It is not at all an easy walk, so who knows, maybe that deters some folks from coming up in here. It's hard to tell in this video just how rough this terrain is. But y'all, I don't know that a mountain goat can get back in here. Crap, I don't know if a deer will use this or not. I mean, I'm sure they will if necessary, but I'm gonna stick in this drainage and walk it out. Looks like possibly to the backside of some CRP fields or something. If I could find a good hot red oak or something in here dropping acorns, kind of close to one of these crop fields, maybe catch these deer staging this evening, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of high hopes for it. This wasn't even plan B, C, D. This was last ditch, last effort, last resort. Here we are. Sometimes it just works that way, especially on public land. I got in here and got set up pretty quiet. Bumped a deer basically standing right there on the way in, and she ran out here, or he, I don't know if it was a buck or a doe. Deer ran out here and kind of stopped in this thick stuff, and I just took a knee and just sat there for a while, and I could just see the tail, you know, kind of easing over the hill back away from me, and I kind of eased on in here and climbed up, and the deer never blew or never indicated that it was bumped very badly. My guess would be it just run a little bit over the hill, just worked its way off for now, but I feel like it could easily work its way back in here. This is my last morning, so, and I will shoot a doe. If I get a chance, I will shoot a doe. Hopefully something else will come through. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this first trip to Kentucky this year. Didn't have a whole lot of luck. Got in some sign. Finally ended up seeing a deer walking in this morning. So boosted my confidence a little bit about this area. At least I know there are still deer in here. And I'm pretty excited to get after them for the rest of the season. I should be back in Kentucky at least 2 or 3 more times, and hopefully have a little bit of luck and try to fill this Kentucky tag. May try to slip and make a trip to southern Missouri this time, and who knows, might even get over to an Arkansas hunt. So I am ready for the rest of the year. Super excited about it. Got a lot of big plans, so y'all hang with me, and we'll see you guys in the next one.